Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Chico. It's my pleasure to be here during this holiday time to celebrate the beauty of this wonderful season. And you know that Christmas is upon us. Look around. Evidence everywhere in this room, at least. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Because it comes with a feeling of love and good cheer. Love and good cheer. And so I personally this morning would wish you abundant love and all the Christmas cheer that you can handle. Whatever that might be. Whatever that might be. And I savor the smells and the flavors that this season brings. And all of the events that we get to go and celebrate and be part of. I attended an evening with the Bidwells. And they were very much alive in the form of actors in the mansion. It was a grand event. It was a grand event. There was water they turned into wine in the visitor center, because you cannot drink at the mansion. They were teetotalers in the mansion. But in the visitor center, you can, do other things. So there was wine, and there was lovely olive oils tastings, and a good buffet of cheeses, and all local, delicious items. And I really, it felt really wonderful. And then to be welcomed into the spirit of our founder's home was something new for me. How many of you have ever done that event? I would encourage you to do that. It's a great community event. And often you get to go to Bidwell Mansion and meet the Bidwells. It was quite good. Well, I also got to enjoy the annual Christmas preview downtown. Anyone go there? Am I the only ones? Oh, kids in the back. I know a lot of you are traveling and doing other fun things as well, so we do what we do. But there's so much opportunity in life, and right here in Chico. Well, all of that revved up my shopping instincts. I love to shop. I love to shop. Shopping coming up later. And shopping, we have our event today, ho, 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 get us on the go. And the idea of this is to not only buy for yourself, but to think outside self and think, wow, what would someone else that I know like maybe to have or to enjoy? And so, think outside your box, outside your gift box, so to speak. I also love the holiday tunes. That's why we started with Jingle Bells today. And all the carols and different songs remind us that 'tis the season to be jolly. And it's the most wonderful time of the year. And some of my reminders are, as my title mentioned, Ornaments, Garland, and Reindeer. These are some of my favorite things. I've collected several years of Christmas crystal ornaments. So here are two examples today. I love the sparkle. I love the reflection. Love the reindeer with the tall antlers. All reminders of what I love. And so we're surrounded always by, I'm knowing, things we love, by our friends, by our family. And I offer a couple of love things from the past. First one is my original teddy bear.
Aww.
My first Christmas.
What's his name?
Teddy? Well, my younger sister lovingly had the pleasure of restoring him because I wouldn't give him up no matter what I was doing or enjoying. So it needed some restoration. And also, when I grew up, my first dog was a Dachshund, or wiener dog as I call it. And so these are reminders that I have with my Christmas tree. These are my touchstones. And it allows me to get in touch with my child self. We also had toys. How can you be down and sad some year with a toy like this? So, with all of this, it's quite an OhMy season, isn't it? There's so much to enjoy. In the past, I've allowed myself to feel overwhelmed. And then I think, oh my gosh, there's so much love and intention and energy put into this time of the year. And so now I walk into it, through it, and be part of it, and feel it, rather than think I'm separate from and resist it. And my whole attitude has a shift, as you can imagine. What I know about the season for me is that it provides a powerful message of the beauty of this life and of the generous, loving nature of Spirit. You can't help but feel it. I don't know about you, but I've noticed a lot of people out there smiling this month. Have you noticed? Try it out. Did this last week. Try it out. Try the smile. Try the smile. Try the smile. Just by smiling, there's an energy, a sense, an endorphin, if you will, that is released, and the whole body, just your face lights up. The body goes, and it feels good. And it feels good. How often do we give our best smile or a kind word to someone else? How often do we do that? It's one of the most loving gestures that we can do. Most loving gestures. No matter how you feel about, well, I don't feel very loving today. Smile. Smile. I'm constantly thrilled each time I give that smile, because I have the identical rush every time I receive it. Every time I receive it, I light up. And isn't this the season about light? Being lit up, being brighter, sensing something within that just lifts us. Because I believe the more that we give out this light, this love, this gesture, the more we are able to give it. It becomes second nature. But for some reason, we've been taught or learned or sensed not to do that. It's inappropriate. Who heard that one? I did. It's inappropriate. You should be, because we're in church or wherever we are. So we do it, the more we do it, and becomes second nature. It becomes a divine habit. Because it is of our God nature. To be the light. To be the smiling emissary of infinite Spirit. Our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, tells us, and the light shed by our faith will light the way for others. Will light the way for others. You know, each of us comes into this world equipped with different abilities to do and to be. But we are identical as spirit. We are identical as spiritual being. Now, we operate in a human form, Doesn't she? But we're universal spiritual stuff. And yet, here we are, uniquely one of a kind, as humans on the planet. We are here as divine individuals, and we are gifted with the blessings referred to as choices, like shopping in the world, going out Christmas shopping, holiday shopping. There's so many choices, so many choices. I choose to smile this year. And it's our privilege to be able to announce into what we might call the cosmos, universal mind, that we're here, that we exist, and that this is what I require in my life for my nurture, for my spiritual nature to be fed, to be uplifted, to be embraced. And so it's good to have the ability to announce it. And the other religions in the world may even call it witnessing. But the witnessing is to yourself. The announcing is to yourself, that you're the gift of the season. When we do that, we move out into the season well equipped. We have so many choices in God's storehouse of good. So many choices of how to be, what to do, what to have. And many of these serve as reminders of that which we love, like I talked about this morning. That which I love. That which I love. And like the tree, at the Christmas trees around, we adorn ourselves with different ornaments. Mine had tinsel when I was growing up. Lit one by one, and tinsel everywhere. And it had to be perfect. Don't just throw it on, even though you wanted to. Peace, peace, peace. So if you've ever gotten close enough to me to know me, I can be annoying that way. Peace, peace, peace. Just in how I do certain things. But I know from whence it came. You know, I learned that. And it does serve me well most of the time. So you have permission to say, you're doing that tinsel thing, Michael. Okay. You know, our spiritual vibrancy, it needs you. And it needs me as examples of self. It needs us. It's needy of us. And to be the light, to be the emissary, to be the brightest and best gift to this life and to those around us. This teaching, the science of mind, is a way to better understand this idea, this oneness of spirit, this universal goodness in which we reside. And it allows the joy that we have as our basic nature, with the faith in it, to show up, to do good in our world, to do good in our lives. And this teaching is an understanding and requires that we take a step into the truth of who we are. This first step is always faith. If you don't have faith enough to take that first step and know that you're going to be supported, or sit in that chair and think, was this going to fall down when I sit down? If there's fear about taking that step in life, then that step will be unsteady. It will not be firm. So as you take a step in faith this season, this Christmas season, with love and joy and a smile, always a smile, each becomes more assured. Each movement forward becomes more firm, more faithful, more loving. Science of mind tells us again, if we think we can guide our brother aright, while our feet still walk in darkness, we are mistaken. We must first clarify our own vision, then we shall become as lights, lighting the way for others. It's like parents. You know, you're the light for your daughter. You take that hand, you become the way shower. Our parents are the way showers of our lives. Our friends are the way showers. We are the way showers to those around us. And we are the example that they look to. They look to you. They look to me. We look to each other as either a partner with my path or an example of a different path that we choose to take. And as we step out of the darkness and into the light, we are rising in consciousness into what I call the divine greater. The divine greater. Realigning with the true nature of our inner being. One of my favorite, I call him a cliff note writer, Ram Dass, said this: everything in your life is there for your transformation. Use it. Use it. Use it. Stir it up. Use it. It is the divine awareness in us. That divine spirit. It's our own brilliance needing to be seen. Needing to be seen. So, I know that as we move into the season and with our well-equipped attitudes and our smile, this brilliance bubbles up like a glass or a flute of fine champagne. It bubbles up. Each time it's acknowledged. But you gotta fill your glass. You gotta open up and allow consciousness to fill it up. The consciousness of love and light and generosity. It's being alive. It's being vibrant this time of the year. It's being fully orbed and divinely adorned. And adored. And adored. How many feel adored in their lives? How many feel adored? How many adore someone else? Oh, it's a lot easier, isn't it? It's taught. We learn this. Well, it's a little selfish of me to say, oh yeah, I'm adored. I'm kind of a big deal. I'm adored. But it's not. The story of Christmas, the child was adored. That's us. Our child is adored. And if we don't adore our inner self, people will say, you don't deserve it. And you will not be adored to the extent you deserve. So this season, let's all get lit. Live into truth. Live into truth. Let's all get lit. I believe that the awareness of this being lit, of the light, is a reflection and a remembering of our inner brilliance, of our own souls. There's a question that many of us ask, why are we here, and all this kind of stuff. And I just think this season we're here to be loved. We're here to show up as light. We're here to be generous. I was approached by the social team and flower team, and what are we going to do for decorations? And we thought we'd do something different and not just do a tree. And so the idea of poinsettias came up. And it was the right idea because they're everywhere. They're just like everywhere. I mean, I've never seen so many poinsettias except at a florist. So that is opening up to be adored. Opening up, speaking out what it is that you want to see in your experience. I know why I'm here, and I've shared this many times, and I'll share it again this season. I am here to be a joy-filled voice of love and compassion. That is why I'm here. Yes. She gets it. She gets it. Isn't that great? Early, she gets it.
No, she's saying, he gets it, he gets it.
Thank you. Makes sense. So, I would like to begin my closing remarks, and it's a quote. It's from Rumi again. It's from Rumi. All the joys you experience are raised from the Son of God. When you taste a delicious peach, you taste the body of God. The joy you feel looking at the face of your friend, your lover, or a child in the street is actually the soul's rapture at the presence of the divine in the universe. The music you thrill to is actually one facet of the great voice of the Creator. When you understand this, you understand that the divine is not far away from you, but is actually dancing fierily in the core of your life at every moment. Beloveds, I offer you your best gift this season, your smile. My smile. And to be that smile, be that love, that light, and hold near and dear those reminders of who you really are. So it is.
So it is.